let's go to Manchester United. Manchester United, obviously from here, we can see in the experience part of things. Between the experience and the veteran, we have Casemiro.
Yeah.
Which obviously has been let go.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was a good move for Man United to let him go. But in the experience side, we are seeing Luke Shaw, Fernandes,
Harry Maguire.
So, but Luke Shaw had the highest number of minutes last season. Bruno had an injury, so I think he had the highest number. I think
he is worrying.
Okay,
it's worrying because let's assume, let's not assume. Let's look at this data as it is at its stand. That means last season, 3 of the oldest players in Manchester United had 75 plus minutes upward.
I think we've not seen this in any other.
We have not seen this.
I think it's only Bernardo Silva.
Maybe in the smaller clubs.
Bernardo Silva and Van Dijk.
Yeah.
And Alisson was a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So if it was a goalkeeper among like likes of Shaw and this, we say okay,
yeah. So yeah, but these are outfield players. So I think it's worrying. It's worrying
that we have Casemiro, our midfield last season.
Yeah, Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes.
Come on now.
Yeah, I think it's worrying. It's worrying.
Let's look at the peak, because one of the things that struck me in this peak for Man United was the fact that 3 of the signings made in the last summer transfer window were beginning and in their peak. Lamens, you look at Sané Lamens, is in that line between youth and peak.
Yeah,
I think Lamens around 24 years.
24 years.
Yeah, so. But Mbeumo, Cunha, who are very, very influential for us. I think United for a number of years have had negative goal difference.
Yeah.
I think you can also thank the likes of Mbeumo and Cunha for one of the reasons why we had more goals. Yeah, even I know Sesko, we also talked about Sesko, but I'm seeing that Mbeumo and Cunha are in their peak and they are playing between that same 75 to 100 of the minutes.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
I think it's just, if you take away this guy or take away the transfers, I think you can see that the 75 mark upward is going to be very empty. There's nobody there.
That's if they did those transfers.
Yes. If you remove Sané Lamens, remove Brian Mbeumo, and remove Matheus Cunha, you just have Darlow and Diego Darlow.
And obviously, Diego Darlow, it's not a quality player.
Yeah, that's the point. It's just very much available. Yeah.
And it's in his peak, it's just available, but the quality is not there.
Yeah.
And one shocking thing is, look at from 50 to 75 minutes of the game, nobody. The remaining peak players are either injured, or they're not quality enough for their bench players.
Yeah, and that's basically what we are saying. Like we said, this peak period thing can be very dicey because you can have a whole lot of players there, but they are actually not doing anything for you. Which is the same case that we had with with a team like Tottenham. There were a whole lot of players there. They are either not available, they are either injured, or they are not good enough.
Yeah. And somebody might now say that maybe because of he didn't play European football last season. But I think it's not just that.
It's not just that. You look at Delete
back injury. Martinez is injured. Ugarte is not of the right quality.
Yeah.
Mount injured. Mazaraoui also injured.
Yeah.
Bainde is a second goalkeeper. Yeah. And Zexi also was a bench player.
So we can see it. I think one of the things very obvious from what we have here, like everybody in the 50% down quantum has to find a way either to leave the club or step up their game.
In the peak 50% to
25%,
should leave the club
or step up their game. For the ones who
I don't think anybody that can step up the game. It's injuries.
Yes, majority of them are injuries. But
I think it's Zexi that you might say maybe Zexi is more available. He has to step up his game. Ugarte is injured currently. Mount we don't know what will happen tomorrow.
So it's a very dicey one. I think this is the most imbalanced team that we have looked at. It's scattered. There is no cohesion. You can't really identify what is actually going on. Now you're looking at in the experience zone, you have 3 active players who are playing there, old guys. Then you come down to the 50%, and then you have group of players in the peak period, but they are either not available, not good enough, or they are injured. And then you now come and you have a whole lot of players in the youth part.
So we're having a lot of youth players that we're not seeing this amount in other clubs.
Yeah.
We're seeing it might be a good thing in terms of Man United is giving youthful players chances.
Yeah.
But also it could be a bad thing because you want to be giving those chances to prime players.
Yeah, definitely. I think something needs to be done about this. Something needs to be done about it because I'm trying to look at it. None of Manchester United young players is getting the 75% upward. Are we saying there are not so much exceptional players there?
I know. First of all, the number of minutes available as a whole was limited.
Yeah.
That could be one. But I think when you look at the likes of, but also when you look at we've addressed the peak ones, they're not good enough or they were injured.
Yeah.
And when you look at the likes of Dogu, Sesko, and Youri, young players, Sesko is closer to his prime.
Yeah.
So he had between 50 to 75% minutes. And obviously I think that was last summer transfer dealing that is moving to his prime.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very, very influential. He got a number of goals for the club. And you see Youri also, where it's the 60 bit of inconsistency as with a player in the youth.
Yeah.
And Dogu also had a mixed back season. Half season wasn't so nice.
Yeah.
The other half good. So it's still inconsistent.
Yeah, inconsistent.
Meno, talented, but didn't start
half of the season and then came into the
half of the season. It didn't even comes in sprinkling.
I think they need to start giving Edinevon more time. I think there is something in that guy. He's one of those exceptional ones that need to be getting.
So what do you think about Manchester United currently?
I think they need signings in the peak period.
So if we are to follow what we saw in signings in the peak period, I agree.
Yeah.
Based on what we have seen in other clubs, right? They need at least more people in that 75 to 100%.
Because now we know that people in this downside
are not good enough.
They can't do the job.
They're not So, but if we, and the average is 26.17, which is the 8th youngest in the Premier League, that's a decent age. That's what the same thing as Arsenal had and the likes of Liverpool had. So, but we're looking at it now that United needs to get peak players that can not just pick players, but pick players that can play 75 to 100% of the minutes.
Yeah.
But also, we're now also seeing the fact that at least based on what we are seeing, since Mazaraoui or Bainde or Martinez is closely to the experience, two experienced players have to leave the club.
This place. Yes.
Based on the trajectory of what we see in Arsenal, Man City,
and Liverpool. Yeah, definitely. I think I don't know, maybe Manchester United likes their players so much that they get so attached. Harry Maguire has tried.
I think Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw should have left.
Yes, they should have left this season. They have tried their best, but it's just all about now bringing a balance into the squad. What's the succession plan?
That's the issue. So the issue that United normally should have let Maguire and Shaw go, and it's not because of what we think. It's based on the data.
What data is saying,
based on what the data in terms of other clubs.
Yeah.
Right. So if they should have let them go, if there was a succession plan or somebody that was playing maybe 30 minutes, you can
now progressively shift those one out and put this one in.
They shouldn't even normally be playing the number of minutes they are playing.
Yeah.
Shaw and Maguire, but Shaw shouldn't be the
it highest. Should not be the highest. That's the point. You don't give the like there is some issues with this thing. There is definitely some issue with this thing.
Come on now.
So I think Manchester United has been going into the transfer and picking out players. I think we should look at their transfer.
Let's look at they brought in a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So let's go with the goalkeeper. That was Leeds United.
Now this is a problem.
Okay, come on. This is a problem.
Yeah, this is a very big problem because now
26 average.
There is Harry Maguire. There is Luke Shaw. There is Bruno Fernandes. There is Martinez coming into that space. Bainde will leave. There is Mazaraoui coming into that place who we don't believe. We think it will still stay.
I don't think it's
and now you are getting Darlow. So you're having like
veteran.
Yes. Now you're having like 6 players in that zone. Nobody.
Funny enough is the veteran guy. If he was a third choice goalkeeper, I see the sense in it. But second choice goalkeeper as is veteran.
Is worrying.
I think we talked about Arsenal in terms of Arsenal has
Kepa
31. It's still
and they got Mela for
experience and they brought Mela for 26 years. So it's still this thing.
Yeah.
We see Trafford. We see
Donnarumma. Yeah.
Right.
And there's an Ortega also.
Is Ortega still in the club?
No, I think he
has left. So maybe Nottingham or something like that. So but we see.
There is no balance in this.
There's no balance. Absolutely no balance. A second choice goalkeeper shouldn't be
35.
Shouldn't be veteran. Yeah, I think there's no balance in it.
There's no balance in this.
There's no, because injuries can happen.
Yeah,
Injuries
you need somebody who should be
like closely in his peak,
in his peak, or
they're at the same level with what the current goalkeeper is in terms of approaching his peak. Maybe a lesser known goalkeeper or something. Okay, Man United has bought in one of your boys, former boys,
Andrey Santos.
Andrey Santos, a boy I left so much. So let's check Andrey Santos in Chelsea. You guys, let's check together.
Yeah.
Andrey Santos is closely to his prime, but he's not playing 75 to or 50 to 75 of the games. He's playing 25 to, let's say 30% or 35% each of the games.
Yeah. Good signing in the player, potential wise. But the main question is, when we look at the data, is that what Manchester United needs to help strengthen the squad?
We need the potential, quite all right, but we need, as you rightly said, we need players that are in the peak, not just in the peak, playing 100% of the minutes in their previous club.
75 above.
Because of what Morgan Rogers, Arsenal, and Elliot Anderson to
Man City. I think there are some misplays, there are some mismatches in this transfer. I think they did another one. Tielemans also plays in the Premier League. Aston
Villa. I think let's look at Tielemans. Tielemans in Aston Villa. Okay, Aston Villa.
This is very, very terrible. I think Man United are setting because we need to be looking at this thing in long term. Even in short term, it does not look convincing enough, because now you set up, there is Cunha, there is Mbeumo, there is Diogo Dalot, there is Tielemans, there is Amad Diallo. That's 5 players in the 75 peak zone and 75 minutes upward. Then you go to Bruno Fernandes, Luke Shaw, and Casemiro has gone. And then you come back to, who is that? Lenny Yoro, Benjamin Sesko. It's not balanced. The balance is still not there yet. You want to be having so much peak period, and then you have a little bit of the youth, and then you have maybe 1 or 2 experienced.
So Tielemans, as people can see here,
and Tielemans is not filling that box of what's is supposed to be coming into the club.
Yeah, it should be 75 to 100%.
75 to 100% in the peak.
Now it's not even
knocking the door to experience.
Is going to experience. So if Tielemans is going to experience, the likes of, we should let go of some experienced players.
Yes.
The keeper is veteran. We should let go of some experience and let them Tielemans fill up that place.
Harry Maguire, let somebody else fill into that space.
So
let those guys. You can't be packing experience. It's becoming an old squad.
Yeah,
you will suffer for the physical
players when other people are letting go and bringing in people from peak to experience. Okay. United is looking at another midfielder in Baleba. I think we should check Baleba.
Yeah, Baleba.
And after Baleba, I also want us to look at, for United, please, fans, just pardon with me, because I'm shocked about this. Just to look at other clubs in terms of who are the midfielders that are really good and that are playing 75 to 100 way
that they can get.
That we can get. Yeah. So I think that will be very interesting. Baleba is Brighton. I know Baleba didn't play a lot of games because of, Okay, so Baleba is closely to the prime, but he's not playing a lot of games as a last season.
Yeah, but we can't deny that the quality is there. And like you have said earlier, we are not going to sign a player alone on this metric.
Yeah, obviously.
And where
this is like the last one. Profile. Quality of the player. Yeah. What is it? What the profile you need in the team? Yeah. Then another looking at the longevity plan. So that's why you look at the age and the
definitely. And I think when we're looking at the profile, I think Baleba, given what Manchester United has signed, I think this one should be that guy who fits into that thing.
Yeah.
But we need to be looking at that minute of a thing. But
I understand the fact that, but Baleba now, right, is even closer to his prime than Matheus Fernandes. Based on age now.
Yeah, based on age. Yeah,
it's just that he didn't play as much games as
Matheus Fernandes played. Yeah.
So if he comes to United and is able to get his loss to regain form and play the number of games with the quality that we know he has and the profile he brings to our squad, I think he'll be very good.
Yes, he does the job perfectly.
So let's quickly look at other teams in the Premier League in terms of in terms of if they are midfielders. So I think just let's start from so let's look at it. Let me start from the first I have here. Let me start from Wolves. Come on. So, Wolves sold, if you guys see Wolves on the screen, Aston Villa sold
Tielemans to Manchester United. Yeah.
And they brought in João Gomez.
Woo.
And João Gomez is the highest in the peak for Wolves. Highest player.
But I heard Manchester United was linked to João Gomez at the point.
Reporters said United were not linked to him.
Obviously, maybe they would have seen profiles, seen one of these things that they are not convinced with. But I think this would have been a very good buy. Yes, this would have been a very good buy. We know the quality of João Gomez in tight spaces, the tackles, the interceptions in tight spaces, and those things. So, and he's playing actively. Playing actively. That's like, I think that's one of the advantages that Manchester United still gets in somebody like Darlow. It's not the best. Availability. It's not the best player in the world, but he's very much available.
Yes, he's available. If he was good, his quality, Darlow's quality
better than what he has.
Amazing for us. Yes. It's in his peak, and we're enjoying the benefit of him. Let's go to West Ham. Obviously, West Ham, there's nobody there. Matt Fernandes, he was really midfielder there and has it taken. Tottenham, no midfielder there. They bought in. They are the ones that won't buying the midfielders now. Newcastle, Tonali obviously has gone. Bruno Guimaraes is not even the profile we need currently based on what we bought.
And I think it's linked to Arsenal.
So Arsenal also using him
to feel their experience.
Guimaraes, as you guys can see, but they still play 75 to 100% of the games.
Yeah.
And he was even injured.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, he still plays 25 to 100% of the games. Even though we know he's still closing getting to this thing. And so maybe if they get him, that will just be him and the likes of Merino. If Gabriel Jesus goes, Merino experience.
It betters the squad.
So let's look at Nottingham Forest.
Ederson is gone. Morgan Gibbs-White, not the profile.
Morgan Gibbs-White is in the right spot, but not the profile. Who wanted to buy Morgan Gibbs-White last season?
I think it was Tottenham. Yeah, they opted out.
Sunderland.
Enzo Leafy,
not the profile.
Not the guy.
Not the profile.
Yeah.
Man City will not sell a player to yours, obviously. Liverpool, Szoboszlai. You can't sell Szoboszlai, and it's Szoboszlai not the profile.
Nothing.
Not the profile.
Leeds United. Ampadu. I think this is one of those guys also that they can look at.
And see and profile him. But he plays 75 to 100% of the games. But it's not about the quality of his game, really. Quality of the game. Fulham, Sander Berge, but he's
already approaching.
He's leaving.
It's just going to be if Manchester United gets this one, it's close to like they're turning the club to a retirement plan.
Home. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. Chelsea
ain't selling.
You can't sell Fernandes and Caicedo, but if we could get one of those guys, it would be amazing at the right spot. Fernandes and Caicedo, 75 to 100% of the games. Crystal Palace, nobody there. No midfielder there. Everton,
James Garner. Good player.
Second.
All-round player. Second.
I liked him. I thought United would be looking at him.
Yeah.
Even before I saw this data, but I think with the players we bought now, I don't think we go for James Garner. But he plays 75% or 100% of the games, and he was very good last season. Very good. And I think he has had a good progression in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Burnley, nobody.
Brighton,
we've talked about Baleba, obviously, and Baleba is just a number of games he needs to play.
Brentford,
nobody. Arsenal obviously will not say playing to us. Aston Villa Morgan Rogers has gone, and it's not even the right profile we need.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, Alex Scott is where?
Alex Scott is in the 75%.
Percent to 100. But is it the profile we need at Man United? No. That's the question.
No.
So it should be someone we should have gone for.
Manchester, in the place of Tielemans. Yeah, this is a young player getting his minutes.
He's getting the minutes.
And he's almost to his peak period.
And the quality
to that place,
how we can use him because of that energy, ball carrying, zone 14 work. The guy is really, really good.
Who else?
And that's why I was of the opinion that we should, but the price of Alex Scott also is crazy. I was feeling that we should have sold Mason Mount. That was what I was analyzing. Sell Mason Mount and buy Alex Scott.